Let's get this party started. Hey, we're early this week. We're on Thursday. Hi. Well, it's my Friday from work though. So it's, yeah.
Now it's going to be Friday all day today.
And then you're going to be in conference all weekend.
Yes.
So we have to
Like,
build up the excitement here.
fun times.
So hi, hope you both had a good week. It's been crazy over here. I love my job now. Really, I love my job, but they have got me jumping through hoops right now. I have the best boss now.
Was that a sarcastic, I love my job, or you actually do
No,
love your
I'm
job?
really enjoying what I'm
Okay.
doing. It's
Oh,
been
good,
really
good.
good. And I'm actually
you-
volunteering to lead teams and stuff. It's like, what's wrong with me? I'm supposed to be getting ready for retirement.
Aren't they giving you more projects?
I
to
took
do?
on ownership of a new project. I'm on loan to a group with a lady that I actually used to report to years ago. And so I'm learning this whole new system. And now I'm like one of the only two people in the company that knows it. And it's really been cool. So I met with a whole new team yesterday for legal, handling subpoenas and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, we can use this. Help us do that. So it's been really cool. So hope you ladies have had a good week. Allison, we missed you on Sunday.
I missed you too, but I slept in. I slept till 10.
Well, a lot of people slept during my sermon, so you were good.
That is not true. You had a good sermon and
Well, it was
everybody
fun.
loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. But honestly, I thought it was the service itself overall. I was so happy Melanie was there to help. Because I was like, people were
I'm not,
tired of my
because
voice.
she couldn't go to her little retreat.
Well, I know that too, but hopefully she'll be able to reschedule that. But yeah, I was kind of freaking out last week. And I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's gonna be gone. I got to run the whole service and blah blah. And then she said, oh, my trip's canceled. I went, thank you. God answers prayer. So but,
You had the hard part though. I just did the welcome and announcements and you had to do the heavy lifting.
well, it was fun. Honestly, it was fun. I used to get really anxious and I would run the sermon like 20 times. And this time I was like, I ran it 3 times. I was like, it's good.
Good.
So, but we did miss you, Allison. Hope you had a good weekend with your friend Carmichael, and his retirement party was good and all that stuff. And
You had a lovely weekend.
good.
Although it's
Good,
mixed,
good.
it's mixed for him. He was kind of sad, melancholy. There was a lot of melancholy. So I'm glad I was there.
He is really, really good at what he does. And you can see that it's his soul and his passion. And, so I imagine that is, bittersweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he's got to write his book. He's gonna write a book on religious homelessness.
Oh,
So
sounds
I
interesting.
gotta crack the whip and stay on.
Oh,
Right.
well, I know a lot of people who could probably read that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I absolutely do.
Deconstruction.
Yep. And we've got, so this weekend, choir is gone. Choir finished up last week with an amazing song, Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. And I pulled that just because of my sermon last week, which was, using the gospel to uplift you out of depression and grief and as one of the tools to keep you moving.
Kind of like leaning on the everlasting arms or something.
Exactly. So I love that song. It's my favorite song the choir does ever. Mostly
Wow.
because I love the piano part. It's fun to play. But then this week, Allison, you're coming in just to do the sermon. You're taking a break from conference and coming in and preaching this Sunday. We're going to be doing communion this Sunday.
Awesome. Oh, so I have to take care of that, huh?
Yes.
Melanie, you're gone. Okay.
Yes, I'm gone. So you'll need to buy bread. I have reached out. I'll send you a text, but I've gotten some people to serve.
Oh, good. Thank you.
But we need people to set up because Larry and I will both be at conference.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll email you after I hear back from people.
Awesome. And remind me, please.
And then we just kept the children's moment in there, but are we just going to release the kids?
You probably need to release them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we got offering liturgy. I can't combine those words so badly. We postponed that last week because Allison was gone, and normally we do that along just before communion. So we
But
postponed.
maybe we could have done communion with Melanie there. So-
Yes, we could have, but it was last
That's
minute,
true.
and I was like, okay, well, we'll just go without it. So, we've got some announcements. We got the lantern yesterday. Oh, actually, this morning it looks like. Melanie, do you want to talk about anything with the kiddos?
Yes, well, and this is kind of this is not just kiddos, it's
Okay.
everybody. On June 16th, which is a week from now, the summer staff from Del Norte County, which is where we are going to SSP, the summer staff for that site is going to join us in worship, just to meet everybody and say hi. So and they're probably going to do the children's moment, and they always do some fun stuff, But I'm encouraging everybody, not just the kids, everybody to wear an SSP t-shirt from years past. And let's all show up and support SSP that day. It'll be fun to have them in worship.
I'm not going to be there that day.
That's
sorry.
right. You're gone. You're
that day.
gone. Yeah. And then also another church-wide invitation, the next Sunday, the 23rd, after church, in the Life Center. It's too hot to do it outside. So we'll do it up in Life Center after the fellowship time. We're going to make Protestant prayer beads. So think of like a Catholic rosary. And we Protestants have kind of adapted it, to be, it's not a Hail Mary or any,
Right.
the things that the Catholics do. So anyway, you can imagine Protestant prayer beads, but we're actually going to make them. And so that'll be fun. And there's kind of a little guide of how you can pray. So it makes prayer very ritualistic. I think a lot of times we're intimidated by prayer and what to say, what not to say, So it just kind of gives you a guide of how to pray with the beads, just like the rosary. So we're going to make those. Anybody and everybody's invited, all ages,
Nice.
on the 23rd. Yeah.
Nice. I'll be back on the 23rd.
Yay.
So the 16th, I'm going to be gone. Martin has generously offered to lead the music that day.
Sweet.
I'm going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe on the night before listening to a Bee Gees tribute. And I won't be home till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that Sunday off. So, because otherwise I'll just be barely staying alive, pun intended.
Ah ha ha. See what you did there.
Yes. June offering is Peace with Justice month. That is our special offering this month. So please make checks out to Loomis FUMC and put Peace with Justice in the memo line. What else have we got? We already talked about the prayer beads. That is almost, so a couple of other things coming up on the calendar. Save the date for the Living Treasures Sunday, August 25th. The choir is coming back early for that this year. We have the rummage sale coming up on October 12th from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And I've been talking to a couple of friends about joining together and doing that. Heritage Luncheon on Saturday, November 16th at noon. That's all the announcements we got. It seems really short this week.
I'm like, breathe and relax.
It seems really short this week. Not a lot of announcements. But yeah. Anything else that we missed? Nothing. Okay. Then we go right on to joys and concerns, people. Are we ready?
Yeah.
So ready.
So ready. We'll start with joys this week. Bob Kurtz and Joan are celebrating the wonderful news of Bob's PET scan. He is clear of all cancer cells.
Yay.
That's the only joy we have this week. So I will say my joy is my Aunt Sandra has been here for 2 weeks and we're having the best time. It's good to spend time with her. Yes.
I will share the joy that all the work the trustees have been doing on my house. So not my house, the church's house, the parsonage, but putting in new flooring. Matthew painted and did repair work. There was a lot of dry rot. So it's just, it's so nice to drive up into a nice, beautiful, brightly painted home and to open the doors and beautiful flooring. So whoever the next pastor is will be really, really happy here.
Nice.
Nice.
And as far as I know, I'm here another year. I won't say anything until annual conference. You don't,
Yeah, we've got 24 hours for them to
Yep.
make a decision.
Yeah.
we got to like this, but so as far as I know, I'm here another year.
Okay. We have a lot of concerns and some sorrows today. So Fred Berryman, he's in ICU after having successful procedure to drain the liquid from his heart. Alice Jacobs had successful back surgery this week, but had to receive a blood transfusion. So prayers for her for strength and healing, and for Gunnar, who will be taking care of her when she gets home. Dennis Elliott, continuing health issues. Dennis also brought up on Sunday that his wife Judy is going to be having a very serious heart surgery coming up in the next couple of months. They haven't scheduled it at the time I talked to him after service on Sunday. They had not scheduled it yet, and I did talk to her. But it's going to be a pretty serious surgery. So,
reach out to them. I have his cell phone. Do you have her cell phone number?
It's in Realm, I think.
It's in Realm, yeah.
Okay.
Pat Aiello, successful hernia surgery, and he is healing well, but keep him in prayer. Debbie Stogner, Roberta Gorman, Judy Connor.
Can I jump in real quick about Debbie? She's doing really well and was able to go to her granddaughter's high school graduation in Arizona. And her granddaughter was the keynote speaker at graduation. So that's very good news that she's healed enough that she could travel and be there and sit through graduation and all that. So yay.
That was good. Sue Goebel's dad, Vic, he's in skilled nursing. He had the stroke, right? Okay. And Sue is still recovering from throwing her back out. And then Jim Chang brought up 2 American River bike patrollers who suffered pelvic fractures while patrolling recently. The Gibsons brought up Aldo, who was a very close friend of theirs, passed away after a years-long battle with stomach cancer. Diane Pingree asked for prayers for the Rendon family. They lost their son, David. And also asked for prayers for the long-term friend from Michigan, Jim Johnson, who passed away recently. Prayers for Sandy and the family. Any others?
Yeah, Diane was sharing that she used to talk to Jim once a week, like a very close friend, and so she was just a little down from these losses.
Anybody else? Allison, you want to lead us in prayer?
Sure. Gracious God, you just share all these concerns that are on our hearts, but we also share some of the more uplifting experiences of our lives. The joys of graduations and getting to see our loved ones thrive. The joy of successful surgeries and joy of just this time of year, whether it's reunions, graduations, anniversaries, just the joys that come with being a part of a community. But we also pray for all who are hurting or living in dangerous places, healing from injuries, healing from broken hearts. We just ask these prayers in the name of your Son, Jesus the Christ. Amen.
Amen. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I want to add, I said this on Sunday, but I want to add a special thank you to everybody who's been checking in on my parents after the tornado and their home damage. And
I was talking to one of my coworkers who lives not far from the Texas border, and they had really bad issues from the storms as well. So, and I told them about your dad and mom.
Yeah, what was the damage?
Well, they had a crane come and take the tree off of their house, and there's a hole in their roof, but it doesn't go through their house. It just, there's a hole into the attic.
Yeah.
So they put a tarp over it because it's been raining and everything else. So first they have to have somebody come and fix the damage, like the outside of the house and the roof, and like the side of their house is damaged. Like I think you call it fascia or something, like where the gutters are and all that. So that has to be fixed before they can come in and do the roof. And so there was a guy coming today to come give an estimate on fixing the actual structure of the house before they can re-roof.
And my coworker Jeff said they're running into issues with getting people there to repair because they're so backed up with all the damage. So
Oh yeah. Yeah. They actually had a tree person that just went on their whole street one day and took the crane from one house to the other, to the other, to the other. And they just all threw in money, to pay him. And
wow.
yeah. So, but they're doing really well and so much better than some people, who do not have a roof on their house at all. So
The death count had gone up to like 18.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I believe that's what he said, Jeff.
Mhm.
He's our senior manager in my new team.
Mhm.
Was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they're doing well. Glad they're doing well.
And I'm glad that their house didn't have more damage.
Yeah. Yeah. They feel so lucky. So lucky. The tree landed just feet from their bedroom, so it could have been devastating.
Yep. And then, so I am taking tomorrow off. I'm taking my Aunt Sandra. We're going to drive through Napa. We're going to go to Bodega Bay. There's a place over there I haven't eaten in years, and I'm hoping it's still there. The Inn at the Tides. And they have great food if they're still there. So we're going to probably check that out. And don't tell Martin, but we might actually try to make it back in time to go hear him play tomorrow night up in Paloma. So Martin, if you're listening, ignore that. But that's it. I will see you. Well, no, I will not see you this weekend, Melanie.
Or the next.
Or the next.
I mean, we won't see you.
Yeah. So
I'll see you at the end of June.
Okay.
Or podcast, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and that, last week, sorry we couldn't get podcast out there, but looks like both of you were going to be gone. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do it by myself. And then, of course, your trip canceled, and I had already booked meetings all day.
Yeah, it was very last minute. Yeah.
So, but I will see you, Allison. I'll see you Sunday morning.
I will see you bright and early.
Live long and prosper, people.
Bye.
The fourth speed is me.